Hello there. I'm USA Today bestselling author, storyteller, and cheeky wench Susan Tisdale. I've been writing since I was a little girl, but in 2011 I published my first novel. Since then, I've hit the USA Today bestsellers list 3 times, and I've sold more than 750,000 copies of my books around the world. I'd like to welcome you to the Cheeky Wench channel, where we discuss all things writing related, from writing to publishing to marketing and everything else in between. So grab your notebooks and your favorite beverage and let's get down to it. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I was getting coffee. How is everyone? Please comment when you come in so I know who's here. I hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to hit like and share and subscribe and all that fun YouTube stuff. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Bear with me a minute. Am I ready? Yes, I'm always ready. Always. Always ready. Except I forgot to charge my earbuds. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Ciao, Erin. Hi. I did not clean house today. I worked and wrote and had a blast. And went and picked up a prescription. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. Oh, good, Dawn. I'm glad to hear that. I am so glad to hear that. I'm so glad you're all here. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and share. And thank you to the replay crew who comes in later. You all are awesome, and I love you. And you're vitally, vitally important to what we do. The more you share, the more you like, the more comments you leave, the more people get to see our videos, and the more people I get to help. And that's my goal in life. Show of hands. Who the hell else is ready for spring? Me. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody? Anybody? I'm so over this weather. Yesterday it was 80. Woke up this morning and it was like 24. I'm sorry, but that should just be illegal. What the hell? This chair. I'm having issues today with my chair, and I don't know why. But yes, I am so ready for spring. It's flippin' scary. Oh, honey, I'm so... all the fires down there in Texas. Oh, my stars. Have you all seen the fires in Texas? That is so sad. I heard you got a lot of rain, though, Erin, this year. A lot of rain. Yeah, that's how it was here, Aurora. It was just, ugh, but I am so ready for spring. Hang on a second. Alexa, how many days until spring?
Spring starts in 2 weeks and 6 days on Tuesday, March 19th, 2024.
2 weeks, 6 days, yay! 2 weeks and 6 days until spring. 2 weeks, 6 days until spring. Yeah, that's true, MT. But my hibiscus and my asparagus fern have been just going crazy all winter long. My hibiscus bloomed until Christmas. I had blooms at Christmas. I don't know if you can see it over there. See those? Yeah. So they can't, I can't wait to just be able to go outside and write. The police actually had to arrest people to get them out of their houses. Oh, you're like robot lady? That's what my grandkids call it, is the robot lady. Answered my question. That's funny. 2 weeks, 6 days. Who else is counting down? Me. But it's supposed to warm up this weekend, so I'm really happy about that. This winter's been a rough one on me. It just has. Hey, Deanna, I'm good. I'm good. Why are you worried, Deanna?
Did I forget to change that? Yes. And then I went back in and said, how many typos can you see on my graphic? I couldn't change it. Deanna, why are you worried? I'm great. I'm doing fabulously well. Fabulously well. Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad you're safe, Dawn. But oh, my stars. Those fires in Texas are just scary, just terrifying. Just terrifying. And I'll make sure next week because I got my ADD medicine back. Yay! Oh, the Texas wildfire. I'm sorry. I thought you were worried about me because usually people are. My husband is often worried about me. He'll just go, Susie? Yeah, right? Yes, I'm just being Susie. Yes, Judy, I am too. Well, I'm wishing you all the best, Deanna Jones. I really, truly am. But I got my ADD meds back. Couldn't pick it up till later this afternoon, and we all know that I can't take this late in the day or it'll be a week before I sleep. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning when I can start my ADD meds again. So I was excited about that. I can focus better. I can just focus better, and I'm not all over the place, and y'all aren't constantly dealing with, what is it Susie likes to do? Where is it? Where is it? Where's our squirrel? Where's our squirrel? There it is. It's just me. It's just me. I can't wait for spring. Honest to God, I just can't wait. I can't wait to start planting flowers. I can't wait to go outside and write. I can't wait. My lovely sister-in-law, the other Susan Tisdale, I just love her to the moon and back. And they have a camper at a campsite not too far from here. And she has so graciously said, anytime you want to come write, just come out. And I'm like, yes! So I have a second destination. I've had this medicine before, Dawn Miller, and it worked wonders. It was absolutely fabulous. And basically what it is just Adderall for my ADD. And it works absolutely fantabulously well. And the reason I haven't been on it was, one, there was a nationwide shortage. That's a whole other show for another time. And two, I started having all the hip pains and all of that, and they weren't sure if it was a side effect of the Vyvanse or the Adderall or whatever. So things are calming down, and I'm really happy. So, but how do you all handle the winter blues, the cabin fever? What pointers can you all give your fellow authors, your fellow women, your fellow human beings on how to survive winter? What is it that you all do to survive it? I used to take a lot of naps, but with the prednisone, now we're going to add Adderall to the mix. Yeah, naps aren't doing it. So, and then MT says, I'm drinking broth with the following. I came back, I forgot what I was doing, went back, got distracted, have no idea what's going on. Is this my mug? Yes. I have my Emily D. Baker, I have questions mug. Oh, spend time with the dogs. We don't have pets. There's lots of reasons why we don't have pets. You like to hang out at the mall, work out, and go to the movies with your son. Shannon just texted me. She's guys coming tomorrow. It's busy. Reading and writing, do stuff around the house to keep you occupied. Seriously, that's really all you can do when you're snowed in or just, weathered in because it's too freaking cold to go outside, or too windy, or it's too rainy, or it's too this, that, or the other. So, I like distractions. I watch a lot of YouTube trials, crime shows. Go to Disneyland in the rain. That's like, actually, it really does. And I do love the rain. So I do love the rain. I know that's weird. I have the A person turn my lights on a half an hour before the alarm goes off. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on YouTube a lot. So, but I'm back to writing. Oh, who wrote this week? Show of hands, who all wrote? Me. The K-dramas. What K-dramas? I don't know what K-dramas are. But this is for everyone who got to write this week. You did it. You did it. Good for all of you. I am so proud of all of you. That is awesome. Oh, Korean dramas. Okay, I don't speak Korean, so I don't know that. Yeah. And I don't, yeah. I would, yeah. Real life trials and crime shows and stuff. I love Shannon Nemechek. She says, I'm getting my bathroom cleaned out the rest of the way for the construction guys tomorrow. So she's probably not going to be with us. That's okay. She's got a whole house remodel going on. We have little remodels going on. Trim and paint and things like that. We're trying to finalize some plans for our main bathroom. I change my mind every day. Anytime I see anything on Pinterest. MT said I wrote you know what? Let's just put it up here. I wrote a 1K short story for an autocrat challenge, and now I want to go back and add more zoom in show. Okay. Judy asks, do you plot out and choose names for the characters in your books? Me? Yes. Yes. You must be new to the channel. I am a huge proponent of plotting. Hi, Shannon, honey. Plotting. Nothing, Shannon. We just found out that there's only 2 weeks and 6 days until spring, so we all celebrated. And now Judy's asked the question, if I plot out and choose names for the characters of your books. Do you mean to get through the winter blahs? No, I'm constantly plotting, constantly coming up with new book ideas, constantly just, it's always here in my head, always. No one wants in here. No one. It's really scary. It's really terrifying. Some of the crap that I can come up with. Ooh, and it's like bonkers. But I never have to worry about running out of book ideas. My only worry is being able to write them all down. I just sometimes wish that I could like put a gig stick, a thumb drive into my ear, into my brain, and just download all the books I've written in my head, right? All of that, and then just go in and tidy them up. I just really wish. Oh, that's a good idea, Dawn. Dawn has a list of her favorite names and add to it constantly, and she says, I have a list of names I hate for all of my villains. There you go. That works. Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time on names. MT. I just don't. Because I'm kind of limited with Scottish historical romance. But I will tell you, it is getting harder and harder to come up with really great names for my heroes and my heroines. Because, you know, I don't want 7 heroes in 7 different books all named Ian. Because there's only one Ian. There's only one Brogan. There is only one Black Richard. There is only one Duncan. You see what I'm saying? There can be only one, right? There can be only one. So it is a little hard. Sometimes I can, you know, turn the spelling around a little bit if I need to. So, but yeah, those are some of the things I like to do when I have the winter blues. I do tend to, I get the winter blues. I just do. You can ask us for help. Okay, thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, it's constantly, I mean, I have so many books, so many notebooks, so many transparent sticky notes, the waterproof transparent sticky notes. I have already told you all about these, but if you don't have these transparent sticky notes, they come in various sizes. Y'all need to get some. Let me go grab a link. Hang on. To the ones I like, okay? Because I am an absolute fan of my transparent sticky notes. I'm going to have to put readers back on so I can see. Just bear with me. I'm going to pull these up. Okay. Un momento, please. There we go. I'll grab this short link and I will put it into the chat. That's from my associate account at Amazon. But I love these sticky notes. I do. All the varying sizes, all the different brilliant, beautiful colors. Huge fan. Huge fan. So I do a lot of this in the wintertime. You know, using my little... I use them for word counts. I use them for plotting. I always do blues and greens for my guys. And I do pinks and purples for my women. And then yellow, orange, different kinds of colors like that for important plot points. I like these. I liked these. I thought these were beautiful colors. It's a lot darker than it's showing on the camera. So these were a little more difficult to write on. And you have to use permanent marker for these. Oops, I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, I guess it does show through. And then it'll show through a little bit. But I have a lot of sticky notes around the outside of my laptop. That's one of my favorite things to do in the wintertime is to plot. And then these are really nice. Whoa! These are the tiny little flags, right? Tiny little flags. And they too are transparent. Okay, permanent marker. And I use those a lot when there are just times when I have to handwrite it. I've just got to sit down. Yeah, I do. I know I have a white ink pen, but I don't know where it is, Dawn. Anyway, sometimes I just have to handwrite what is in my brain. Typing it on the computer is just not, for whatever reason, it just sometimes doesn't work. And so I will handwrite notes into spiral bound notebooks. I don't have one right here. Tabbies, yes. And I will use those to highlight different sections and stuff in my spiral bound notebook. But in another week, all my dreams are coming true. Well, not all of them. Most of them. 99% of them are coming true. Oh, have I got a surprise for all of you? Oh, people. 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 I want to scream at the top of my lungs right now, but I can't. I can't. I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. We have to wait until at least March 1st. So be looking for a notification for a March 1st live here on YouTube's. Bring your friends. You're going to want to bring your author friends with you. Because I think it's a really big announcement. I think it is. And I think y'all are going to love it. So just be prepared. Secret is ready to go. I'm so excited I could scream. Yeah, something Shannon and I have been working on. Something that brings us both so much joy and so much happiness and so much excitement that it's not even funny. So, March 1. Oh, that's Friday, isn't it? Is that Friday? When the hell? Alexa, when's March 1st?
Friday, March 1st,
Friday.
2024, 5 hours and 9 minutes.
Friday. Might have to wait till March 2nd. We'll see. But here in the next few days, we are going to be making this huge, huge announcement live on YouTube, on Facebook. Y'all are going to love it. Let's just say we've been working on this for a really, really, really long freaking time. 2 more days. Good Lord Almighty, where has the time gone? And why isn't it spring yet, damn it? I feel the same way, Shannon. Seriously. I think that's one of the reasons I'm not falling asleep right away is because the mind doesn't shut off. Who else has that problem, falling asleep at night sometimes? Just a guess, the publishing company is back. No, Jennifer, that is not it. Nope, that is not it. It's something else. Shannon's ready for a nap. I tried to take a nap earlier. It did not work. I'm just not able to nap. And I'm pretty sure it's the prednisone, which is fine. It's making the pain go away. Yeah, same here, Erin. The mind never shuts off. It's always going. But it's creatively going. Okay? Creatively going. Whereas before I got all my diagnoses with the depression and the ADHD or the ADD, adult attention deficit disorder, so AADD. Anyway, it wasn't always going, it was going all the time, but not necessarily in a positive way. So thank God for medicine. It's the waking up in the middle of the night with a character narrating, storing in my head and then saying, "You're getting this? It's gold, Cher." Oh, that's funny. Oh, I can't watch TV. Well, okay. If it's nap time in the middle of the afternoon on a cold winter's day, I can nap. Right? Prior to the meds for my hips. But at night, it's got to be completely quiet. But sometimes I go to bed way before hubby does, right? Way before he does. So our bedroom is right next to the living room, which is fine. And, he's got a little bit of hearing issues because of the work he was in all his life with construction and everything. So anyway, what I have been doing is I have this app on my phone called My Noise. Thunder is spelled THU, not I. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this or not. Can you hear this? It's thunder and rain. So I put this next to my pillow, and it has a timer if I want. And it just lulls me right to sleep, so that helps. Eye massage mask is brilliant to help me sleep. I've tried those. But I can't watch TV to get to sleep. Dawn says when she can't sleep, she counts backwards from 300 by threes. I would be lost by the time we get to 9. Oh, that's sweet, MT. That is awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, I got to have complete silence. And because of, everything going on in my body, the PMR and all that other stuff, my hot flashes are gone. Thank you, sweet Jesus. I give thanks. Let us pray. Let us give thanks. Let's give a moment of silence to the hot flashes. Dear Lord, I don't know what's in the medicine that made them hot flashes go away, but I love you and I'm thankful. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Yeah. I'm so glad the hot flashes are gone. So I don't have to have all my fans going anymore. So it's nice to just have the My Noise app and listen to the thunderstorms while I go to sleep. So, but here's the problem. If it thunderstorms during the day, I'm like... So things we do to get through the winter blues. We plot, we plan, all of that good stuff. And sometimes it's just you're in survival mode. That's all it is. Sometimes winter, a long, hard winter, it's okay to be in just survival mode. It really, truly is. So It's okay to break things up. It's okay to try something different and try something new. But sometimes you just have to get out of your own head for a little while. So, but one of the things I love to do is get my grandbabies, who are growing like weeds. My grandson, Carter, is 13 and a half, and he is taller than me now. I want to know how the hell that happened. How can my grandson be 13 and a half years old? I just don't get it. These are questions I think of when I'm trying to get through the winter. How the hell did this happen? What other tips and advice do y'all have for your fellow authors? Because I think it's helpful. Even I learn stuff from you all. I do. I learn from all of you every time we do this. I pretty much learn something new every time. And for sleeping, it's got to be quiet, or the thunderstorms, and for writing, it's got to be quiet. Yeah, my grandkids, thank you, sweet Jesus, don't have children yet. All just a little bit too young. And I'm fine with that. They can wait. But being a great grandmother, I would imagine, is just as much fun, if not better, than being a grandma. I love being a grandmother. So what else do we want to talk about tonight? Tonight is just kind of an open discussion. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can ask whatever questions you want to talk about. Ask whatever questions you would like to ask, and I will try to answer them for you. I'm just trying to read the comments. Yep, it's got to be uninterrupted. But I'm getting better. And Kevin is getting so much better. Because after the struggles of the last couple of years, he knows if I am in here and I've got my door shut, just let me write. Try not to interrupt. But like I told you last week, there are a couple things you can interrupt me for. Food is one of them. And I'll let you all guess what the other one is. Because I'm kind of a dirty old lady sometimes. I'm letting my hair grow out. What do you all think? I want to do like a beachy wave. But not long beachy waves. What all you want to talk about tonight? The floor is open. We will call this open mic night. The floor is open. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just ask away. Oh, hubby got me a new lamp. It's a floor lamp. It's a Tiffany type style lamp, floor lamp. And it is absolutely gorgeous, and it's covered in, well, not covered, but it's real glass and lead. It's got dragonflies on it. It's really beautiful. Does spouse waits until late at night so he can write in silence? Hey, whatever works for him or her. Whatever your spouse may be. Whatever works for your spouse. I used to write late at night, but I haven't been doing that lately. I've been getting up around 5. Yesterday I was up at 3:30. Don't ask me why the hell that happened. But yeah, I gotta have silence when I write. I'm just waiting to see if anybody has a question. It's just a slow night because I'm so excited about the announcement that's coming here in a couple days. After David. Hi, After David. Have you ever finished a project you set aside years earlier? Yes. Yes, I have. In fact, that's what I'm working on right now. It's something I started several years ago. But I had to finish a lot of other things first for a wide variety of reasons. So now I'm back to it. And I'm really happy that I waited. And then there are a couple stories that I had started like a dozen different times. It just wasn't, I know it wasn't right, and I didn't want to force the issue. I didn't want to try and put a square peg into a round hole. So I have set it aside, and I have come back to it. There are times when I'll be working on one book, and from out of nowhere, the brain goes, here's a whole new, brand new idea, Susan. Let's write it down before you forget it because it sounds really good up here right now. So I will stop doing what I'm doing and I will just write down all the notes and then get to that later. So yes, I have done that after David. Yes, I love dragonflies. I do. What other questions do y'all have? This is sometimes okay. Don says, I'm actually thinking about going back to my very first writing project. The characters in the story have really been bugging me in my downtime lately. Purge it. Do it, Don. Purge it. Get it out. Just if it's whatever's talking to you loudest is the thing you need to be working on. Yeah. Good, David. I'm glad to hear that. I am. Yeah, I tend to speak to whatever voice in my head is yelling the loudest. That's usually who I pay attention to. But I'm blessed in that when I'm halfway, that usually happens when I'm just like the first half of whatever current work in progress I'm working on. Sometimes that'll happen a lot, but thankfully, after I get to the middle and I'm working towards the end of a novel, I don't have that problem so much. So, and there have been times, you just never know when a really great book idea is going to hit. You just never know. And I've probably told you guys this story before about McKennas Honor, which is the 4th book in my Clan McDougall series. And I do love that book. I do. I don't think I've written a book yet that I didn't love. Anyway, I had finished Wee William's Woman, and I wanted to start a new series with Rowan's Lady. And we had met Rowan a little bit in Wee William's Woman. And I was just struggling with how the hell do I start this book? And so I'm plotting and I'm doing notes and stuff. And I knew this was this was a book I had to write, okay? But for weeks, I had this vision of this intricately carved box with a key inside. I could not figure out, I couldn't write. I couldn't work on Rowan's Lady. I just couldn't because this stupid, intricately carved box and this key kept running in my mind. It just would not go away. And this went on for a few weeks, and I was still trying to take notes, and it was just not, for Rowan's Lady, something was missing. I knew something was missing. So, when I say book ideas can come anywhere at any time, I mean it. So, I'm taking care of my morning ablutions, and I hear a sentence in my head from nowhere that said, Angus hangs at dawn. 4 words. Angus hangs at dawn. And I don't know how many of you read any of my books, but Angus, in my very first book I ever wrote, Layden's Daughter, Angus was a very integral character in that book. It was Aislin's father. Anyway, I heard that sentence and I about fell off the toity. And I'm like, no, my readers will be in the front yard with pitchforks and torches and wanting to hang me. I can't hang Angus. I can't kill Angus. I'm like, no. And it just started to explode in my head. This whole, just out of nowhere. It was just out of nowhere. This book about Angus hanging at dawn. I'm like, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. And so, washed my hands, finished up, washed my hands, and I thought, well, I about fell off the toilet, really. And I thought, how am I going to explain this to the EMTs who have to come pick me up with a broken ankle? How did you break your ankle? Well, I got this idea. I heard this voice in my head, and I fell off the toity. And in the process, I hit my head on the tub, and I somehow broke my ankle. So, calmed myself down, washed my hands,
I started pacing around the house, and I'm like, I can't hang Angus. I can't hang Angus. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I love Angus. I can't kill him. And then finally I told myself, okay, Susan, shut the hell up and listen for a minute, right? So I did that. And then it starts to explode even more and more and more. And I'm like, oh, yes, good. And then this stupid flip he comes from, right? So that's how McKenna's Honor got written. And I wrote that in like, what, 3 or 4 weeks? I mean, I just boom, boom, boom. It's a novella. But it was so important to bridge my Clan McDougal series to my Clan Graham series. It just really was. It was really important to go from Williamswoman to Rowan's Lady. I had to have this book. So anyway, sometimes, like I said, I did just from nowhere for no reason. I don't know where, and you think you're having a nervous breakdown, but sometimes you just gotta stop and listen to the voices in your head. I'm old enough and I've been doing this long enough that I usually trust those voices in my head and I listen to them. Oh, you're down in Australia, I'm going to assume, or New Zealand? I have a favorite book that I have written. Several. I mean, Hayden's Daughter, because that was the first one, and that was the gift for my mother that started this whole journey. William's Woman, Frederick's Queen, Brogan's Promise, Wager of the Heart. It's just a little book, but it's a good book, and Wager of the Heart. I don't know if you've all read it, but I think it's on my website for like 99 cents right now. You can download the digital copy. No, I do not have head lice. This is my ADD in action. Yeah, I have lots of favorite books that I've written. I really truly do. Yeah, I loved Wager of the Heart. That was sweet. Isle of the Blessed. That's still one of my favorites. Black Beak's Heart. Yeah, I love all my books. I haven't read a book yet that I didn't really love. But some have more special meanings to me than others do for various different reasons. So I hope that answers your question. I love when ideas do that. I love when my characters speak to me. They usually mean something important or give me a plot twist that changes everything about the story. That's true. Sometimes you just gotta shut up and listen to the voices in your head. Now, a psychiatrist might say, what kind of voices? Thankfully, my psychiatrist understands I'm an author and I hear voices all the time, so she's not real worried. Yeah, isn't it like asking which child is your favorite? That's true. True. Judy, thank you. I love all your books and have reread them. Aw, you are so sweet. I appreciate that. I do. I love the fact that I have a lot of male readers. I do, and I think that's pretty cool. So I know they're romance, but we've had this discussion before about romance in books, and I had a very sweet young man, he's to me, he's a phenomenal author, Andy Peliquin. He was so worried about putting romance in his books. Like, have you ever watched a John Wayne movie? Yeah. Pretty much every single John Wayne movie out there has romance if you stop and think about it, one way or another. Especially if, what was her name? Beautiful redhead, Maureen O'Hara. Actually, if Maureen O'Hara was in it, that's romance right there. And it's a Western. And men love it and women love it. So don't be afraid of romance books, because there are so many different kinds of romance. So that's just my personal opinion. Hi, Kayla. That's me, honey. I still love you. How you doing? How's the new job? Hope everything's well. I'm ready for another author retreat, Michaela. Last October, I went on an author retreat with Michaela and Shannon and Bobby and Hallie down to Bowling Green, and it was a blast. So, yeah, we need to do it again. I can't wait. Even if you can go away for a weekend with a group of authors in your area, even if it's just a Verbo or an Airbnb for a weekend, just do it. Just do it. Highly recommend it. Sit down your ground rules ahead of time.
Make sure, yeah, just set down your ground rules. Make sure there is writing time. Hi, Diana. We set aside what did we call that, Michaela? It's basically uninterrupted time. We would get together for breakfast. We would get together for lunch. We would get together for dinner. But in between those times were the don't bother me, don't talk to me, don't look at me, leave me alone times to just write. And it was awesome. Michaela says the retreat was awesome and I got my book started and now it's published. I am so happy for you, Michaela, honey. I am. You wrote the hell out of that book when we were down there. I love you, Shannon. But yeah, it was just absolutely awesome. So it wasn't too far away. Protected time. Thank you. It was protected time. Thank you, Michaela. Where you just write. You just write. No one is allowed to interrupt you, talk to you or anything. You should get on a plane for that. I love it, Diana. But yeah, if you can get together with a group of friends in your area and just choose a centrally located place. Yeah, Michaela, she averaged 12,000 words a day. I remember those days. I used to could do that. I've got another bruise. Does anybody else do this? You got bruises and you don't even know how the hell you got them? That would be me. That would be me. That would be me. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Come on, Susan. To hell. It's right. I'm so glad y'all put up with me. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, these author retreats are awesome. And just, be make sure you know the people you're going with. Thankfully, I knew the people that I was going with. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful, what we do, 3 or 4 days, a day down to drive and a day back. And then we were there at the house. It was a mansion for like 3 days. Yeah. And it was just absolutely amazing. And we all pitched in for meals. We all took turn. Well, Hallie did a lot of the cooking because that's what Hallie Bridgman does. And she's freaking awesome. But there's nothing like just being around other authors that you can trust and you can share your ideas, your thoughts with, ask questions. At night, you can sit in the living room and someone could take the floor. What did we call that, Michaela, when Hallie got up and talked? I forget. But it was a lot of fun. We had so much fun. Oh, we laughed so hard all the way there and back, didn't we, Michaela and Shannon? We laughed so hard. Yeah. Yep, it's a lot of fun. It was super cool. It was. It was a lot of fun. And I loved the women that I went with. So I can't wait to do that again. So just, reach out to some authors in your area and just, it doesn't have to be a mansion. It doesn't have to be anything. Hell, you can go camping in a tent if you want to. Just get away from where you normally write, where you have all your family interruptions, your work interruptions, and all that stuff. The Writers Roundtable. Thank you, Michaela. I'm going to have you come on one night and explain what we did because I don't remember half of the things we called it. But it was a very small group, very small, tight group. And we got out of our own heads. We got out of our usual writing spots. And that was very, very, very helpful. So, and I learned a lot and I had a blast. So, but the house was amazing. Oh my God, the house was amazing. Very inspiring, very inspiring. Do people write longhand or use the computer? Whatever they want to do, Judy. Are you talking about at the author retreats? Whatever they want to do. I do both. I write longhand in notebooks a lot. And then, God, can't wait to show you guys this. But if I'm going for speed, it's on my laptop. Heck, book a hotel and use their conference room or breakfast room. Exactly. Meet downstairs for breakfast and then go back to your rooms and write. Whatever. It works. Doing classes as well and I come back renewed. Exactly. Sometimes you just need to feed that author soul. And there's something that no matter how much you love your family and they love you and they support you and everything, sometimes you just have to be with other authors who understand, who really truly get it, and it feeds your soul. That's what it does. It feeds your soul and replenishes your soul, re-energizes you. Yeah. Yes, Michaela's got a really good point. Make sure your group has a variety of people too for good feedback and info. Yes. Different stages of their writing careers. Okay. But if you don't have, friends who are all, if you're all brand new, that's okay too. Right? In the beginning of my career, it was a baptism by fire most days. Hell, sometimes it still is. Yes, it's also amazing to watch friends who don't believe in themselves get that spark. Exactly. Notebooks, dictation, napkins, laptop, calligraphy, scribbles, Sanskrit, whatever it takes, baby. Just get the book idea down. Just get it down. But yeah, sometimes you just really have to feed that creative soul, and sometimes you can only feed it being with other authors or creative individuals, because a lot of this stuff isn't just for, some of the stuff we talk about isn't just for authors. It's for anybody who creates, right? And sometimes you just need to be around other like-minded individuals, and you just come together and you feed each other's souls for a couple of days, and it's just really awesome. And I cannot recommend it enough. I just cannot recommend it enough. So, any other questions? I will wait a moment to see if anybody else has another question, but it's about time to sign off. I know usually we go sometimes only half an hour, sometimes a whole hour. But y'all know on Wednesday nights, I usually don't eat until after the show, and then about halfway through the live stream, my stomach is growling, and I'm thinking, why the hell didn't I eat before I started this? Why do I always wait until afterwards? Toilet paper, Shannon? Did you run out of toilet paper? But Shannon knows me. We talk every day, don't we, Shannon? She's my girl. She's my sister from another mister. She's my partner in crime. You gotta stockpile that stuff, Shannon. You gotta stockpile it. We do. And yes, we did that before COVID. We always stockpiled it. You need one of those fancy toilets that spray. It's called a bidet, and I do believe Shannon has one. It's first by it. She even has a portable one. I'm telling some of Shannon's secrets, and I shouldn't do that. But she understands. That's what sisters do. We pick on each other. I was watching and just realized I was missing it. I'll rewatch after dinner. That's okay, D. Scott. I'm glad you popped in and said hello, honey. That's okay, Diana. Every author I know does that. They'll be thinking of a word and they'll try to spell it by sound, and even spell check is like, bitch, I don't even know what the hell you're trying to say here. So, okay, she sent me a text. That's okay, Shannon. It's all good. Just breathe. Breathe, honey. Breathe. It's all good, darling. We got this. Yeah, never apologize for writing. Ever. Like confusing spell check? Yeah, I do that a lot. Like, okay, for instance, I live in the Midwest. Apparently we all have words here that the dictionary has never even heard of before. One of the terms that I grew up with was Honory. Not ornery, but Honory. And Honory was a compliment, like an ornery little kid, but it was a good thing, energetic, goofy, whatever, ornery old guy. Always meant it as a compliment. So I tried to put Honory, spelling it Awny, in a book. He was an ornery old man. Ornery is not a word. It's us Midwesterners trying to say ornery and putting a nice spin on it. So, I've hit the USA Today bestsellers list 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. And it wasn't until last year that I realized Honory, Awny, is how I spell it in my brain. Not actually technically a word. But it should be. It should be. Yes, but it's really ornery. Orney, or however ornery is spelled. Alexa, how do you spell ornery?
Honory is spelled O-R-N-E-R-Y.
I got it right. Ornery. Ornery. But we don't say it that way. We say ornery. Your dad was an honorary fart. My dad's an honorary fart, and I love him. But I can't say ornery. I can't say ornery. It comes out ornery. Okay? So I don't know if it's a Midwest thing. I don't know if it's a family thing that my family did, because we put the fun in dysfunctional. Great family. So I don't know if it was one of those things. So I don't know. Ornery. I can't say ornery. It comes out ornery. So you spelled it how it sounds. Ornery. Exactly. I made up a mind having to spell something and said, welcome to the English language where spelling where spelling is different in every country and the rules don't matter. Exactly. It's my accent. I have an accent. Yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah. Leaving the G off the end of it. Like you're not going to the store, you're going. You're going to the store. Now, when I'm writing, I spell it correctly. Unless it's dialogue, and then I do it on purpose, and we use a little hashtag. Everyone has an accent. I guess that's true. I refuse to be self isn't a word. I will die on that hill too, D. I'm with you. Own one's own self. That should be a word. And I'm also a fan of the Oxford comma. You can cut me all you want to, but that's the hill I am willing to die on, is the Oxford comma. Shannon says it like me. Okay, cool. Yes, that's true. Everyone has an accent. I've lived in nearly every state, and everyone sounds different. It is awesome. Yes, I love Southern accents. I love all accents, really. I don't have a difficult time understanding what people who English is not first language. I usually, 99% of the time, I don't have a problem translating in my head the point that they're trying to make. But I can't do accents. That's right, damn it. Oxford comma, the hill I'm willing to die on. It is a must. Yeah, sometimes even by county. That's true. Every country, every county sometimes. Yeah. We just all have different ways of saying things. It's funny. Anyway, so in my Midwestern brain, yeah. And it's funny because, what was I watching? I can't remember. I was watching something, and the way they were saying ing, it was like ing. They were pronouncing the G instead of just ing, like that short ing, but they were actually getting the G in there. And I'd never heard, or maybe I didn't pay attention, to people actually say ing, getting that g at the end. I just thought that was weird. I'm like, are we supposed to pronounce the G? Are we supposed to say that? I thought it was just ing. You don't go ing. It's ing. So, this is... Hang on. I got one for this. Those are some of my deep thoughts I get in the wintertime. This has been fun tonight. I remember a bowl queen commenting, y'all have such funny old accents. I don't know what a bowl queen is. My mom says fur for far, nar for near, etc. She's a hillbilly. I love Bowling Green, Kentucky. Loved Bowling Green, Kentucky. I was raised in Minnesota, and I have mostly grown out of that accent you hear at the show Fargo. But when I'm excited, it just creeps out. My son loves the way I pronounce Minnesota. Minnesota? Is it Minnesota, Don? But yeah, my dad used to say I ate supper. Not I ate supper, but I ate supper. And that was like fingernails on a chalkboard from my mother. She's like, you did not eat supper, you ate supper. That's actually from Scotland, if I didn't realize it. Sugar bowl. I don't know what that is. I want to go there. I spent most of my time in Elizabethtown and West Point, Kentucky, Louisville. Okay. I just love Bowling Green. It was beautiful. And that's where we went on an author retreat last October. And it was amazing. My mother-in-law says boosh instead of bush. It's bush. Am I saying it right? Now I'm questioning my accent and how I speak. It's a bush instead of a bush. Oh, sweet, Diana. Do you get to visit them very often? We loved it down there. We wanted to buy that damn mansion we were in because it was for sale. College football playoff. Oh, okay, gotcha. Now I understand. See? Okay. So, I had to... You all are used to me, right? My rheumatologist, however, has not spent enough time with me yet to really grasp all that is me. And my little quirks. My little idiosyncrasies. So I saw him a couple weeks ago. I was in so much pain I couldn't even walk. I was crying. It was so bad. I was using my cane again. It was just horrible. So he prescribed prednisone, right? Worked for a couple days. I had to message him on the my chart thingy. And I was speaking to his nurse. And we were messaging back and forth. And she finally calls me. And then it was my husband who asked this very, very important question. Because they had prescribed a new painkiller, defloxacin or whatever it's called. Defloxacin. I don't know what the hell this stuff's called. I gotta look at it. Diclofenac. So anyway, I was on Celebrex, right? And my husband said, Susie, are you supposed to take the prednisone with the Celebrex? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't ask. I just quit taking the Celebrex because he put me on prednisone. So I got to thinking. I sat there for about half an hour. So I started messaging my doctor's nurse. I have a really stupid question. So, yes, I was supposed to keep taking the Celebrex along with the prednisone, right? I did not put that equation together as 2 and 2 is 4. So she finally calls me and I said, okay, you have got to explain to my doctor that you literally have to draw me a map in crayon and speak to me like I'm in kindergarten, especially if I am in pain, because I didn't understand anything he said that day. I just did not. I couldn't function. So she put in my notes and they're there. Dr. Umar, if patient is in pain, please speak to her like she's in kindergarten, draw a map, and use crayons. And Kim was like, but honey, even when you're not in pain, I gotta draw you a map. It's like, on certain things, yes, you have to draw me a map in crayon because I'm not going to get it. My mind just sometimes cannot process, cannot see, cannot visualize, cannot comprehend or understand what it is you were trying to say. And we learned a long time ago, right, that when I ask him, when he's explaining something carpentry to me, something whatever, I will say, are you sure? So one day, this was years ago when we were first doing the remodel at the front of the house. I don't know why he didn't force me this day, but he's explaining to me. So he puts in this switch panel. There's 4 little switches, right? And he's explaining to me how it's going to work. Like this one is for the porch light. This one's for we have 2 ceiling fans because it's a really long living room. But anyway, this will turn on this ceiling fan light. This will turn on this ceiling fan light. This will turn on this ceiling fan. But you have to go over here to turn on the other because I only have 4 switches, blah, blah, blah. And he's explaining all this. And I looked at him and I said, are you sure? He lost it. He did. He threw his screwdriver down. And he says, damn it, I've been doing this since I was 15 years old. Of course I'm sure. Blah, blah, blah. And then we realized, when I say, are you sure? That is my way of saying, I'm not sure. I'm an idiot and I don't understand. You need to explain this process to me in more depth. I need more information. I need more detail, right? So, we have learned early on. I know. It's so bad. So we learned early on, and I try really hard not to do it now. Instead of saying, are you sure? I usually just end up saying, you got to draw me a map because I don't get it. And that works better for him instead of me saying, are you sure? Oh, yes, he's sure he's been doing this stuff since he's 15 years old. Do you know how many houses I've built? Do you know how many big buildings? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not sure. I don't understand. How does this work? So, a diagram. Yeah, a diagram map with stickers. Yeah, give you a treat afterwards when you finally see the light click. Oh, now I get it. But in full disclosure, I've had my kitchen since 2016. And it wasn't until right before Christmas that I figured out the light switches. See, when you walk from the living room down the hallway into my kitchen, there's a light switch right here by the fridge, right? And there's the two, they're like the European style switches. And I could never figure out, I could never remember which one was for the dining room light and which one was for the light over the island. So I was constantly tick, 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 hit them all. Up, down, whatever, until the one I wanted came on. Then I realized my husband is flippin' brilliant because if you look at the light switch that lights the kitchen is on the kitchen side. The light that lights up the dining room is on the dining room side. And it was like, I get it. Exactly. I'm telling you, it ain't easy being me. I just make it look like it is. And it takes a really big, strong man to be married to someone like me. But God, I love him. I do. Oh my gosh, it's 7:33. Okay, I'm going to sign off. I think I'm going to go make some scrambled eggs for my supper. And put it in a burrito with cheese. And a tortilla with cheese. And you all come here every week to listen to me talk and to give you advice on writing and marketing and sales and whatever. You're getting a glimpse. It's real me. Anyway, I just love all of you. I think you all are absolutely fabulous. Thank you for showing up every week. I appreciate it. I just hope you all have an awesome rest of your week. And we will be back in a day or two, Shannon and I, with a very special announcement. And, I'm so excited. I can't stand it. Anyway, thank you all for being here. May your underwear not ride up the crack of your oughts. May your coffee cup never run dry. And may your muse sing to you sweetly and give you all the beautiful words. I love you all. Bye-bye. See you next week.